Hey, beautiful people. Hope you all are doing very well today. Welcome back to the Young, Black, and Independent Show, where we discuss a variety of topics to help young black folks live lives that are spiritually fulfilled, lives that are value added, lives that are less materialistic, and lives that are financially independent. It's your host, Sil, and today we've got a juicy topic on the menu. The topic of today's podcast is Africa and the scarcity mentality. You all know that I'm very big on definitions, so let's just dive straight into it. What is a scarcity mentality? A scarcity mentality is the belief that if others have more, you will have less. It is a belief about limitation. Now, I think such a mindset is driven by fear, and it demonstrates your lack of confidence and faith in God's power to supply all your needs according to His purpose and abundance of resources. And according to Dorothy Smith, it is based on the faulty assumption that if someone else has something, you can't have it because there's only one pie available, and every slice that someone else gets means less is available for you. I personally believe it is completely false. Why then is there a scarcity mentality in Africa? The scarcity mentality in some of our communities is rooted in the fact that people are reluctant to share ideas because they are worried about their share of the pie being reduced as though there wasn't enough to go around. If someone stole your idea, as I've heard so many people say, at least they did not steal your brain. If you conceived one, I am very sure that you can conceive many more, one of which will make you financially independent. Always fix your mind on the fact that there's plenty to go round. Because by nourishing a scarcity mentality, your own financial independence is constrained by the fact that you refrain from trying something new because you think, too many people are doing it already. Too many people have restaurants. That's just, not true. Especially if the character or the idea of your project is completely different from that of the person next door. The African scarcity mentality has a nasty side, which is that some people in our communities would rather not promote each other for fear that one person is going to get all the business or all the money, or they'll become too loved, or they'll have all the community's loyalty and prominence. People even have a scarcity mentality for things that are that intangible. Love, loyalty. Can you imagine? So let me tell you a story. When I was in Douala in Cameroon, I often bought fruits from an amazing lady at Rompolen Makepe on my way home from work. She was always so nice, and I couldn't bring myself to buy fruits from anyone else, though there were many others who sold the same fruits as her. I noticed cars would queue to buy from her rather than buy from some of the other ladies who had no clients before them. One day, a friend told me that she heard a rumor that the lady was using witchcraft to attract the clients to her so that she will have the entire pie. I could not help but laugh. I could not stop laughing. And I told my friend, first off, I don't think I was under any sort of spell. I deliberately bought fruits from this woman because she was very polite, she was sweet, she was kind, she had a fast service, and her kids were always there helping her after school in their school uniform. And above all, she had fresh fruits at very good prices. So I don't see what that has to do with witchcraft. What I would have imagined her neighbors would do is wake up, go to the cars that were on the queue and ask them, "Hello sir, hi, how can I help you? I've got this and this fruit. What can I serve you with?" But they sat there complaining, making stories. If someone's business is a success, some people are more inclined to sabotage it in their erroneous belief that they would get a bigger share of the pie as a consequence. It's just ridiculous. As there's a common scenario of ignoring a friend's request to like, share, or promote their business on social media in Cameroon and in Africa at large. And the only explanation I could come up with is that people who do this have a scarcity mentality or are outright envious. If it does not cost you money to do it, why won't you? After all, this business may grow so big tomorrow that you will become a supplier. You may even become a partner. You may even become a franchisee. You may even learn from the success of the business to create your own business. If you seek financial independence, the first thing is to ensure that you are not a victim of the scarcity mentality. I'll use two examples to validate the theory of abundance. The first example is in the music industry. Think about how many songs are released yearly, yet you still have people dancing and listening to old songs and new songs alike. I remember when the famous Cameroonian song Kolela Petite was released. So many people, including myself, embraced its beats and danced to it joyfully. Malox the artist would not have blessed his listeners with his art if he allowed his inner critic and a scarcity mentality to dominate his thoughts. We would never have had that song, and he sure would not have been the success that he is today. The second example is that of the pop star Robbie Fenty, commonly known as Rihanna. Rihanna launched her line of 40 different foundation shades in 2017, something which had never been done before. The aim of the line was to appeal to every type of woman. In just 1 year, the line had a total sale of over 550 million in annual revenue. That's more than $500 million. Can you imagine? Despite thousands of beauty and lingerie brands on the market, she simply identified her niche and decided to go all in. She clearly didn't go into the industry with a deaf mind or to play the faint-hearted. If Rihanna bought into that scarcity mentality story, she would never have become a billionaire or the second richest woman in the world. After all, other artists have existed before her, but none of them have achieved that much. You think about it. One key thing I'd like to mention about this story is that Rihanna had the vision but might not have had all the resources, as is with the case with many people in Africa. She did not let this stop her. She found someone to partner with. She partnered with the LMV. You can do the same. It is very important to share ideas and to forge relationships. You can do that. Don't be scared that your idea will be stolen. And if it ever was, don't give up. Always remember there's plenty to go around. Let me tell you 4 impacts of the scarcity mentality on your success. The first thing is that you remain stuck in your own comfort zone for fear that if you strive for more, it might cost you the little that you already have. The second thing is that your success level is capped by your belief. You can't really take risks to expand your business. because you are of the belief that there are already too many people in the industry and they already have all the clients. Number 3, it makes you a bad team player, because sometimes you don't want to share ideas with your colleagues, or you don't want to give them a good review for the fear that they'll get that promotion that you think you deserve, as if there were not enough promotions to go around. Number 4, you focus on the insufficiency and miss out on the unlimited opportunities. Now that you know what it does to you, this is how to overcome it. The first thing is to rebrand yourself. Work on yourself, personal development, on your self-confidence. Rebrand yourself. Stick to a niche, just like Rihanna did. Focus on your talent and not your inner critic or external influences. You always hear people saying, oh, don't do it, you can't, no, just shut them out. Shut them out and focus on your talent. Remind yourself of God's promise in 2 Corinthians 9 verse 8. His grace will abound to you. To conclude, if you have a victim mentality in your professional life, if you are a victim of the scarcity mentality in your professional life, in your business, in your relationships, or in any other area, I want you to consider the third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. When you stand in the way of someone else's success can never come to you. So that friend who asked you to share their business, to put it on your WhatsApp status, to put it on your Facebook, please go ahead and do it. Because what you give is what you get. If you give out kindness, you get kindness. If you bless, the Bible says, God blesses those who bless. Okay? It's not a joke. Thank you all so much for listening. If you liked it, don't forget to share with your family member, friend, or colleagues. You can join the conversation on our social media platforms. On Facebook, Young and Independent Community. On Instagram, Young and Independent 35. On Twitter, Young and Independent. On YouTube, Young and Independent. You can read more articles on our website, life-changing information, on www.youngandindependent.com. Thank you. Until next time, do take care. Bye.